Hello, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's. I'm looking at a Ford Transit Custom here, and it's got a block DPF. So I'm already in the process of doing the diagnostic inspection and just about to start some work on it. So it's got this error here, engine malfunction, service now. DPF pressure at idle is around about 100 millibars. So I'm using a launch Eurotab 3 scan tool here. If we come back from the live data, read the fault codes that we have. We have a glow plug on cylinder 1, particle filter forced limited power, so it's in limp mode, particle filter restriction soot accumulation too high, so the DPF is blocked. Now what is the reason for that? We'll go underneath the van and I'll show you. So right there in front of you we have the vaporizer system that's connected to the exhaust. Now that vaporizer is blocked, so I've removed the fuel line from the vaporizer and I've connected up a pressure gauge here, my midi-vac, and if we squeeze the midi-vac we can see the pressure increases all the way up to 30 psi. So the vaporizer is blocked and it's not injecting fuel into the vaporizer to help it burn off. So we're going to need to come through where the subframe is here. We've got an AC pump in the way just there. If we come over this side, just up there, we can see the vaporizer again. Right there. So I'm going to use this. It's a blowtorch. I'm going to put some heat on the bolt and hopefully loosen it off. So we'll hold that heat on there for a couple of minutes until it gets glowing red. Okay, so now I've used a 22mm spanner over the top of the vaporizer there just to crack it loose, but we now have another problem which I can see there. Try and get that to focus. The thread has come off with the vaporizer, so we're going to need to do a repair on the exhaust system now. So where that's come out of the exhaust, that hole is now the thread's gonna be no good. It's gonna come out with that, so we'll use one of these. It's gonna retread the hole, so we'll try and repair the thread in the exhaust and get a new vaporizer fitted in. Okay, so we've now retreaded that hole. Just gonna take out the tool here and we can get the new vaporizer put back in here. Okay, so there's the old vaporizer. We've got a new one here ready to go in. Now I've just put a bit of high temperature grease around the thread there. I'm just going to feed the new part right up there. Let's try and get it on a straight angle so I can feed it in. There we go. That's it. Now we can get that tightened up. Okay, now that we've got the vaporizer all fitted on, we're going to come back into data stream to show you a couple of more items anyway. So the soot loading of the DPF, 303%, 279% on the open loop. Now what we can do is we can obviously clean out the DPF to get the pressure down, and if we come to powertrain control modules in the special functions, we will find reset particle filter values. Now if you do this without cleaning it, you can cause damage, so what we're going to do is we're going to clean it first. So I'm going to get the engine warmed up a little bit. Hold the revs on around about 3000 RPM. So at 3000 RPM this vehicle has 615 millibars of pressure. Idle now that the engine is warmed up, we have 115. So it's not at regen temperatures, it's just around about 150 degrees, 200 degrees, that sort of area. I'm going to mix up some solution from Launch UK. So this is a DPF cleaner. spill it a little bit there. Get a little bit more in there. Now I've just topped it up with a little bit of water there just to get it to oxidize, and we'll get the top back on. Okay, back under the van, we'll come over here and we have the DPF pressure sensor hose. So we're going to take that off, and then we can access into the DPF with our pressurized gun. Remove the clip and remove the hose. Now I'm just going to push on my own bit of fuel hose here. That's connected to my cone here, and that is connected to the gun, and the gun is connected to a pressure compressor. So I'm going to squeeze it in. This is set to 131 psi. Just get that bottle sealed up properly. So we're squeezing all of this fluid directly into the DPF right up there. Okay, so that's all of the fluid gone in. That's the compressor up there. Now we're back in at the van. We're going to start it back up again. We're going to give it a few revs. And we're holding the pressure there, holding the revs on it. Just going to see how low we can get that pressure there. We want to see it ideally around about sort of 50-60 millibars. Okay, a few moments later we have 69 or 70, well 68 at 3000 RPM. Let's let that idle down. We have 4 millibars, 5 millibars. Well, we did just have 3.5, but changing a little bit there. So like I said, now that that's done, special functions, power control module, reset particle filter values, yes, ignition on, that's done. Okay, now if we come back from here, we'll go back to data stream. We're going to search for the SUT loading again. So if you don't clear these, default will just keep coming back. You need to reset that back to 0 by telling us it's had a new DPF. Now if we look at that, we have 0%. So we start the vehicle back up, and we're going to keep an eye on the temperature of the DPF there. So it's also got a ABS fault, but I'm not looking at that today. So we're going to take it on a reasonable test drive, maybe 5 to 10 miles or something like that. Okay, that's it, we are back. Everything looks all good on the live data there. We'll go back, check it for fault codes. That's all clear, so it's all good. Now if we come back out of here, ABS, rear wheel speed sensor, and the BCM horn relay. Right, so that's it. Transit's all finished. Took it on a test drive. We got the pressure down to 3.5 millibars. Vaporizers replaced, and it's all done. So see you on our next video.